Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Wyatt's World Extra, and welcome to my top 10 most overrated TV shows of all time. This was another request that came out of Twitter, so I appreciate you guys for giving me the feedback, and I think this sounds like a ton of fun. Now, before we do hop into the video, as always, we do have a couple of quick plugs, so don't forget to use code Wyatt's World on G Fuel or Prize Picks, where you can save yourself a discount on any G Fuel products, or guarantee yourself to win a free $50 after your first $5 wager on Prize Picks when you use code Wyatt's World at sign up. However, that's all I got for plugs. Let's get into the video. Alright, so starting off with number 10, and these are really in no order, but the first show I'm going to be talking about is none other than The Walking Dead. Dude, this show was fine for like the first 1, 2, maybe 3 seasons, and then it just got dumb. And they didn't stop making it either. I don't know if they have. I stopped watching it, but it seemed like up until a couple of years ago, they were still going strong. The problem with this show is that it started off so well. Humans versus zombies. And then before you knew it, it turned into humans versus other humans, good guy versus bad guy, with zombies just kind of being another aspect of the show. Not to mention, they just kept killing every single character off, so I wasn't sure who to get invested in because I wasn't sure if they were gonna make it to the next season. So I just put the show down, man. Like, I have no idea how people were so invested in it for so long because, like I said, after about season 3 for sure, I thought it turned to ass. Alright, next TV show we've got is The Big Bang Theory. And Dad, I know that you're probably watching this video at some point and probably cringing in your chair because that's like your favorite show ever, and I still don't know fucking how. It is not funny. The jokes aren't funny. The characters aren't funny. Nothing about the fucking show is funny. Every episode, it's the same corny fucking jokes followed by the same corny fucking laugh track. Sheldon makes a noise. Like, it's actually nauseating. It's horse shit. Alright, now we have an interesting one. Not only is this next one going to be a top 10 most overrated show, but it's also a top 10 show of all time. And let me explain that. So the TV show, it's none other than The Office. And I love The Office. I've seen it multiple times from front to finish. But the reason I think that this show is beginning to become one of the more overrated shows ever is how much it's still shown, how much it's still played, how much it's still talked about. Brother, the last episode of this show was in 2013. Why the fuck is it on TV for 4 hours a day every single day still? Like, as much as I love the show, if I flip on that TV and I see the Dundee Award episode one more time, I will vomit. It's just so oversaturated at this point. Like, yes, I get it and I agree. All-time great show, but TV networks and stations just thinking, oh, people are never gonna get tired of it, and trying to force feed it to us still today in 2024 is just a bit fucking ridiculous to me. That's all I'm trying to say. Still got love for it, but it's becoming massively overrated. All right, now moving on, we have Seinfeld. Oh. This is the dumbest show ever. It's literally known for being the show about nothing. It's 4 friends that live together in New York City, and they just live. That's the show. I don't know, one day they'll go to a bar, one day they'll go to like a shopping mall, one day they'll all just sit in their apartment and watch TV, and they just like have conversations and bitch about work and stuff, and that's the show. Like, yes, I will admit the show is funny, it has humor in it, I find myself laughing at it from time to time, but majority of the episodes, you watch the entire episode waiting for something to happen, and then the credits roll, and you go, what the fuck was that? Like, it's seriously such a stupid show. All right, moving on to the next one, we have Rick and Morty. So for one, I will just go off the record to say that the fan base is a big reason as to why I think this show is so overrated. The fans are like Liv Morgan fans. They make it absolutely insufferable. Anytime a new episode comes out, it's the funniest thing they've ever seen. Any joke they hear is the funniest thing they've ever heard. So then you'll go watch it, you know, expecting something great, and you'll soon realize that it's not funny and the characters are incredibly annoying. I'm being genuine. I have not laughed at this show one time. Like, every single joke or attempt of humor they make in Rick and Morty is something that I think I might have found funny when I was 14 years old. Like, maybe it's just a me problem, but I get no humor at all. All right, moving on to the next overrated show we have. It is Roseanne. And shout out to all my 90s babies who grew up with me, and you guys know what this sitcom was and how terrible it was, hopefully. Dude, I hated it when this show was on. It was either Home Improvement, George Lopez, Full House, which were all fine, or Roseanne. This show fucking sucked, man. There was just no way around it. It was boring as shit. It wasn't funny either. Of course, it tried to be funny, but like, it just wasn't. Typical family that lived in a house and just dealt with drama every day. Family drama. Not to mention Roseanne's voice. Like, I'd rather shower with a toaster than hear that again, man. Like, no, that was awful. Now moving on, we have... Oh, this is gonna be bad. Please, before you hit the dislike button, let me explain myself. But any anime. I just don't get it. And it is nothing against the people that watch it, dude. I have friends that watch it. If you watch it and you enjoy it, I hope you continue to watch it and enjoy it. I'm just saying, from my standpoint, I can't take it serious. I can't take cartoons serious. I just constantly feel like I'm watching a kid's show. And it really sucks because I like Star Wars and I can't even go back and watch the Clone Wars, and I've heard that's some of the best Star Wars out there because it's a cartoon. And I know the Clone Wars isn't anime, but back on the subject of anime, I really don't have like shit to talk about it. It's just the fact that it's so popular and I can't get behind it, therefore, well, it has to be overrated to me. All right, moving on to the next show, we have Friends. Yeah, I'm a little hesitant to say that one, but this is another show that I just found boring. And it has such a big cult following behind it that when I hear people talking about how funny it is, it makes me roll my eyes because I don't think it's funny at all. Now, don't get me wrong, I liked watching it for Jennifer Aniston and Courtney Cox, and even I will give it some credit. Some episodes had compelling stories that made you want to watch the whole thing, but rarely was I ever laughing at the show. And also, it did seem like more times than none, even though episodes weren't exactly the same, they would end all the same. You know, there would be some sort of conflict, and at the end of the day, they would all end a group of friends. Can't say that for every episode because I haven't seen every episode, but that's just my point of view on it. I have never really cared for the show all that much. Moving on, we have one that I will get ripped to shreds for, but that's okay, and it is Stranger Things. Now, this is a show, to be honest, I don't really hate, but I never found a reason to pick it up after season 2. Season 1 was great, season 2 felt just like season 1, except with more people involved and a bigger monster. Also, the character 11, I just can't stand her at all. I found her incredibly annoying, and that whole weird thing she had when she went with that group of goth people because another one could do superpowers too, that was just really corny, threw the whole show off to me. I think this show would have been fine if it was just one season, but doing it for 5 of them, just kids battling monsters, like, I don't know how people don't get sick of it. And ending the list, saving one of the best for last, we have Ridiculousness. You know, the show that just ripped off Tosh.0 completely? This show is ass. It's Rob Dyrdek, Chanel, and Stilo just watching the worst YouTube videos ever and laughing as if they are literally the funniest things they have seen in their lives. Everything about it sucks. Chanel's laugh sucks. The jokes they make suck. The videos suck. Yet it's the only thing that is on MTV. Like, 24/7. I am honestly convinced Rob Dyrdek has a gun to their heads. Ridiculousness is ridiculously overrated. And that is gonna do it, ladies and gentlemen, for my top 10 most overrated TV shows of all time. If you guys enjoyed this video, you already know what to do to show support, and please do that because you know I appreciate any and all help. However, in the meantime, I'm gonna get this edited so you guys can watch it on time. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your week, and as always, I will see you in the next upload.